Hello Internet, I'm pretty excited because I've been wanting to play this game for quite some time. This is Long Live the Queen, and let's just get straight into it. Start game. Jocelyn, King Dowager, the Duke of Calories. We're almost home. Your room is just the way you left it. Elodie, Crown Princess. My character. I know it's hard to leave school and all your friends, but I've arranged the best possible tutors for every subject. You'll have to work hard this year to prepare yourself before your 15th birthday, but I know you can do it. You'll learn quickly and make a wonderful queen. It's what your mother would have wanted. This is not what Mother would have wanted. She would have wanted to die and leave me. Oh, poor girl. She's lost her mummy. No, she wouldn't. But sometimes bad things happen and you have to pick up and carry on. All of Nova depends on us. On you. I will be here to guide you until your coronation, but the decisions you make are ultimately up to you. So basically, I'm the queen. But because I'm underage, this guy, my dad, is doing the queening while I study at school. And yes, I know that's not what queening means. Welcome to Long Live the Queen. If this is your first time playing, read this brief introduction. Sure. You'll be controlling Elodie, the almost Queen of Nova, as she tries to prepare for her coronation. To do that, she needs to take classes every week to raise her skills. The skills she learns provide different choices in the ongoing plot. Learning the right skills can mean the difference between life and death. You need to keep an eye on Elodie's mood. With her mother's tragic death, Elodie is not very happy right now. Well, you can understand that, can't you? The mood button takes you to the emotions screen. Okay. So you can see right now Elodie is not very happy and a little bit afraid, which is understandable for a 14-year-old girl who's just lost her mum. Not to mention a 14-year-old girl who's just lost her mum who is actually queen of her country. So Elodie's mood also affects her ability to learn. It gives a bonus to some skills and a penalty to others. Blah 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 blah. So I start off with no skills. I don't know what's been happening at the school I've just been pulled out of, but they didn't teach me anything. So each week I can study 2 skills. You earn 2 points a skill for every weekday you study. So if you study history, you earn 2 times 5 is 10. Yeah. But because I'm depressed, I have a -2 penalty to some skill sets. So if I study that, I earn 2 minus 2 points a day, and it's absolutely pointless. So yeah, basically study the things you've got a positive bonus in. Yep. And these penalties change when your mood changes. You gain bonuses by studying related skills. Okay. And this is presumably where I choose which classes I want to do. So if I can choose like history, I get to choose between 3 different history classes. And as you play the story, you see feedback bubbles which tell you what's happening. And when my mood changes, or when one of my skills is being tested. And the feedback is helpful in figuring out the different options to try. Right, we've learned how to play the game. I'd seen some other people's videos on it, so I kind of had the idea. Right, so my mood is not very good. What skills do I want to learn? Well, as a princess, I would think royal demeanour is going to be really important. Court matters would be important. Expression would be really useful thing to know. Probably a good idea to know a little bit about the history of my realm. Yeah. So what do I want to actually study? Well, I've got a bonus in expression, so I think a bonus to decorum, and so some training in decorum sounds like a good idea. I would like to learn a little bit of my own country's history. I think that makes sense, doesn't it? So let's see. Expression. Decoration. I thought it was decorum. Huh. I think decoration is probably a good thing to learn though. And a little bit of Novan history. Done. See, so here's my skill points increasing. I've discussed the nature of beauty, looking at landscapes, objects and people and comparing their aesthetic elements. Sounds fun. And then in the afternoons I read about the history of the domain. We used to be at the centre of a great empire, but we ain't anymore. Kind of like the UK. What's all the noise outside? Who's here? Oh, it's my cousins and my aunt and uncle. Oh, she looks happy. Darling, we're so terribly sorry to hear about your mother, Fidelia. Thank you. You look well, niece. Hey, Lottie. Hey, Lottie. I haven't seen you in ages. Oh, Lottie and Lottie. Oh, that's going to be confusing. You going to be staying long? Yep. Mommy said we'll be here all month. Maybe we'll have some time to talk later. By the way, yes, I know the voices ramble all over the place. He's not a voice actor. I can't even do one voice consistently. But anyway, we've finished studying for the week, so we can choose what we do the weekend, and this is going to affect our mood. So you can see we're still quite depressed. I don't know what moods will help me to learn court manners and that kind of thing. Possibly yielding, being a bit more cheerful, a bit less yielding, a bit less willful. So what could we do? Attending court will make us more yielding but also more depressed. Talking to my dad will have a unknown bonus. Exploring the castle makes me lonely and afraid. Visiting a tomb will make me depressed and afraid. I can just lower depression by attending a service. Walking in the gardens makes me a little bit lonely but more cheerful as well. Playing with toys will make me lonely and cheerful and yielding. Maybe playing with toys. I can visit Charlotte the Lady Merva. Actually, I think is my aunt. Yeah, I think we play with some toys. You spend the weekend holed up alone in your room with your favourite toys. It's childish, but you feel a bit better. That doesn't look like the face of someone who feels better. We're currently afraid. Oh dear. We need to do something about that. What's the opposite? The opposite of afraid is angry. Not sure how we actually change that mood. Well, let's look at what skills bonuses we've got. We've got a bonus to expression still, but it's not as big. Got a bonus to faith. Maybe I should... I fancy doing a little more... maybe I should go heavily into faith. If my mum's just died, maybe I do need some spiritual support. So... I've also apparently got a bonus to agility. Ooh, dance. Yeah, so let's do dance and faith. Classes. Right, agility. Let's learn to dance. I think that sounds like a useful thing to know for a princess to know. And what was it on faith? Magical law, divination, meditation. Let's do a little bit of law. You practice curtsying, standing and walking across the floor in a graceful manner. I thought a queen or a princess would have been taught this before the age of 14. Only a lumen can channel magic, and only with the help of an attuned crystal. The ability to control a crystal seems to be inherited, so crystals can be passed from parent to child upon the lumen's death. What's the commotion outside? Father, what's going on? I have come to pay my respects in honour of your mother. You have no respect or honour. It's because of you and your powers that my wife is dead. What? I am a lumen, as was she, and like every lumen, I am willing to give my life if necessary to protect our domain. So I guess the lumens are like some kind of people with magical powers? I don't know. Your line has been traitors for 200 years. I won't have you corrupt my daughter. That is for the Crown Princess to decide. Elodie, your mother trusted you, and I have much to teach you. Okay, so what do we do with this person? Do we send her away, arrest her, or let her stay? I am kind of intrigued, and my dad hasn't really said how she contributed to my mother's death. We're going to let her stay. I want to hear what she has to say. She stays. So now I'm a little more willful. As you wish. Okay, now I've finished studying. What do I want to do? I think we need to do something about the anger and depression. Or the fear and depression. I could attend a service. Let's visit my aunt, actually. Oh, no, she's not my aunt. She's my cousin with the demonic red eyes. I love this room. It's so much bigger than mine back at home. You should visit more often. These voices must sound all horrible and identical. It's only awful that the only time I get to see you is something like this. I know your brother and sister are still young, but why haven't you come to school? Mama worries about me. She doesn't think anywhere but home is safe. I understand. I'm probably not going to be allowed to leave the castle until my birthday, but at least we can have fun here together, so I've become more cheerful and less lonely. I look terrified. So I guess we've still got the same bonuses. So we just learn the same things. I like the idea of knowing more lore. I think that's going to be really important in this game. Dance. Yeah, why not dance? I think a princess probably should be able to dance. Are there any other outfits I can wear? No. I guess they come later. Yep, we'll do the same. You practice walking on the arm of a partner and following their cues to pause and turn while keeping your eyes closed. You practice different partner dance positions, closely held, at a distance, non-contact, and the appropriate hand placements for each. And dancing must be hard. I can't dance. I've got 2 left feet. I just step on people and trip them up. The kings and queens of Nova have all been lumens for centuries, but in modern times magic is only used for ceremonial occasions and the direst of emergencies. Long, long ago, the continent of Borealis was ruled by a single witch king until a rival line of lumens challenged for the throne. The resulting war went on for 100 years with powerful spells that damaged the land so badly that even now no plants will grow. Okay. He loves me not. Lottie, do you have a boyfriend? Not really. I just like to play with flowers. And all of a sudden the Duchess of Urshel rushes into the garden and points a sword at you, but no, at my feet. Princess, don't move. I don't think I want to look down. You want to hold still, but you don't have the composure. Okay, so I guess if I'd put points into composure, I'd have had a chance there. I look down and there's a snake in the grass. You squeal and jump back. The snake tenses and prepares to strike. No! Your cousin pushes you aside and the snake's fangs sink into her leg. Lottie! Oh no, she sacrificed herself to save me! Too late, Juliana swings a sword and cuts off the snake's head. Who comes at a snake with a sword? Now if she'd just snuck up on it and been a little more calm, none of this would have happened. It's all her fault. She killed my mum, you know. What is going on out here? Your daughter's been bitten by a milk viper. They're poisonous. Get to a herbalist right away. I treat my daughter, and I certainly can't trust anyone here to keep her safe. I'm sorry. I don't feel so good. We'll be returning home to Merva immediately. And your aunt has a point. Milk vipers are not native to this area. What is a milk viper? I mean, vipers are snakes. Snakes are reptiles. Reptiles are not mammals. So they don't have mammaries, so then they don't produce milk, right? Does that make sense? That snake should never have been here. Someone may have tried to kill you. I just don't care. Will Charlotte be okay? I don't know. Okay, we're finished studying and now I can have some fun for the weekend. Oh, what's my mood? I still want to do... I need to make myself more angry or less afraid. I can make myself less afraid. I also need to cure my depression. I'm going to attend court. Sitting in the court session is not fun, but it pleases your father and may be important for the future. Yeah, thinking with attending court, it'll make me more yielding, which it has. The problem is I'm still very afraid and a little bit depressed. So clearly it's quite difficult to manage your moods in this game to produce the mood you want, which is kind of like real life. What do I want? I've got 30 points of dance. I've still got the same bonuses, haven't I? Agility and faith. I could put points into composure. No, I think I'm going to put points into court manners because I think I need to know that stuff, and also something into reflexes. Court manners, which is that one. There's no bonus there, but there's no penalty either. And while I've got a bonus on agility, we'll do some reflex support. So help me dodge snakes, maybe. You review the correct greetings for guests according to rank, and when you extend your hand to another, all nobles expect their due honours. Your teacher walks slowly around you, prodding you with a finger to train you to block these touches without triggering fear or faster breathing. So basically my teacher walked around prodding me for every afternoon for a week. The castle sure seems quiet without Charlotte and Emery and Zahara and their parents. Who are Emery and Zahara? Did I meet those people? I don't remember them. It's certainly not empty though. It seems like we get more servants every day. I was so worried about Charlotte after that snake bit her, but her mother said she's okay, so I guess it turned out alright. I failed a poison roll there, so presumably it didn't turn out alright. Maybe she even has a guardian angel. Right, we need to be more cheerful and more angry. What is lonely? Lonely is the opposite of pressured. I don't want to be more afraid though. Yielding and afraid. Yielding, lonely and cheerful. Wolford, lonely. Lonely and cheerful. I want to be more cheerful, yes. I'm going to go to a service. You attend services in the castle grove, letting the peace of the ritual calm your heart. Now I look sad again, so am I just... No, I'm still afraid. Okay, what to train next? What do I have a bonus in? So that's bonus in faith. I think maybe going into meditation and divination a little bit would be good. No, I think what do I think? I want to know more court manners. So we'll do court manners and a little bit of divination, which I guess will help me to see the future and maybe get a bit of insight into things that are coming up. A little bit of early warning. As a person of highest rank within the domain, no one may sit at a formal event unless you give them permission, and no one must ever turn their back on me. If they do, you are intended to recognize the insult. And you learn gods cannot be forced to divulge information about the future, and the most powerful omens are those which arrive unexpectedly. Good to know. One of the maids approaches for attention. My lady, the courtiers, couriers have arrived from the Duke of Sedna. We have a Duke of Sedna? Oh dear. No, my lady, the Duchess of Sedna is in Tallahassee. They brought you a letter and a gift. Condolences on the death of blah blah blah, deeply regret, blah blah blah, best wishes, blah blah blah. Oh, and what a beautiful necklace. It might not be appropriate for me to wear a man's gift in public though. Some people might think it meant something. See, I succeeded a court manners roll to find this out. Putting points into court manners was worth it. Yeah, don't wear it. It's important to maintain a proper image, and 14-year-old girls should not be wearing necklaces that strange men send them. Oh dear. Right, I think we'll go to the court, which improves my yielding and will hopefully... Okay, so my mood is that he's asleep. I assume that's yielding. Okay. Now what bonuses does that give me? Ah yes, bonus to royal demeanour. That's what I wanted. Also faith, meditation and history. I feel like I should learn history as well. You know, we're going full on royal demeanour. I mean, I feel like I need most of these skills, but we are going full on royal demeanour double header. composure and elegance. You practice deep breathing, learning to find and maintain a sense of inner calm. You practice walking along a narrow trail, taking each step carefully and focusing on balance. I'm going to be the most elegant princess. Your Royal Highness, I would speak with you. What is it? You have many questions, and the answers are within your grasp. You need only choose to seek them. Speak to the Duchess of Ursel. She will guide you on your path. Hint, speak to the Duchess. But where is the Duchess? Oh, she's there. Yeah, a strange one priest told me to speak to the Duchess. What is it you wanted to teach me? First, I need to know if you have your mother's crystal. What crystal? The source power of any Luban is a particular magic crystal. Once you have bonded with it, it becomes a part of you for as long as you live. The royal crystal has been passed down from ruler to ruler for generations. It belongs to you now. Except that the king may be keeping it from you. Do you have a crystal? Of course. She holds out her hands. Light flickers above her bosom, and then with a shower of sparkles, something takes shape. Looks like some kind of pendant, doesn't it? You reach out to touch it and it dissolves into nothing. Oh, I wanted to touch the pretty crystal. Pretty crystal sparkles so nicely. Why can't I touch the pretty crystal? Please, please, can I touch the pretty crystal? Please, 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 please. No, it belongs to me, and no one can take it from me. Until I die. You need to find the crystal that belongs to you. Okay. Mood-wise, I think we're about the same. Same bonuses. I think we do the same. I love the fact I've got a -3 penalty to Lumen skills. Presumably that means if I were to try to train those, I would actually lose skills. Although I'm at 0, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with Royal Demeanour. I am going to switch from Elegance to Presence though, because I think people need to know when I enter the room. But it's important to keep composed. Like Queen Elizabeth I, who trained herself never to show emotion in her face. And I mean Queen Elizabeth II, of course. You practice positive thinking, maintaining a good self-image and conditioning yourself to carry on rather than being frustrated by any past missteps. You practice, you practice sitting calmly while your teacher circles around and makes unexpected loud noises at random intervals. Quite a few of these lessons seem to be sitting still and then the teacher walking around you doing things. Hey, you practice wearing the royal regalia and look at yourself in the mirror. You practice looking at yourself in the mirror. Young as you are a queen of the blood. You are your mother's daughter. You are a force to be reckoned with. So basically you just spend time staring at yourself in the mirror telling yourself how great you are. And don't act like you don't do that too. As you're walking up the stairs, a maid comes running down holding a towering pile of linen. You step aside gracefully and let her pass. You see, those elegance classes paid off. Okay, what do we do? I would like to undepress myself a little. I could go to church. I could play with some toys. I could walk around the gardens. I could talk to my father and try to get the crystal out of him. Dad, what happened to Mum's lumen crystal? It's in a safe place. Can I have it? No. But it's mine! Meddling with magic killed your mother. I don't want that to happen to you. Once you're crowned queen, I can't stop you from doing anything you want. But for now, you are still a child. Dad, it's mine! I want it! Alright, so our mood is staying pretty much the same. We're a little bit less yielding than we were. It shouldn't really affect our skills. What do I want to put points into? I want more point called manners. I think we need more knowledge. I think learning more law seems like a positive thing as well. So I'm going to put points into composure and law. Stick with the composure, but we're going to go faith law because I've got a bonus for it. And with all this lumen stuff in the background, it seems like it's good to know more about it. At your command, the teacher strikes your palm with a leather torse and you learn to bear the sting. You lie on the couch and try to remain relaxed while your teacher smacks your heels with a leather torse. So basically this is just my teacher whipping me every morning for a week. My skill in composure is 50 and may not increase this skill until your other royal demeanor skills are 25 or higher. Okay? Legend has it that long ago a horde of Yeveni on the back of tentacled monsters rode into the Valley of Mead, laying waste to all in their path. Their conquest was only halted when a lumen raised a great flood to drown the invaders. Okay, number of questions here. What are Yeveni? Who named something the Mead Valley? And usually tentacled creatures come from the sea, so why would a flood drown them? It don't make no sense. There's a man here to see you. He better not be that guy who sent you that necklace. I've got my eyes looking out for him. No one messes with my little girl. But anyway, this dude wishes crown funding for a project. But remember, the treasury is not unlimited. If you choose to invest, you will have less money to work with later. Your Royal Highness, I have a plan to print books using metal letters which can be moved and reused. I need to borrow 875 lasses to assemble the metal and a factory to mould and cast the type. Also, I need 500 handlers to care for the dogs and brush them and feed them and play fetch with them. I know it says lassie and not lassies, but I couldn't resist it. With this system, we'll be able to create new books in a fraction of the time it takes now and make copies to send all over the world. But I don't know much about factories or trade. Would that really be worthwhile? Yes, the printing press is the foundation of modern civilization. You only have to look at how the advance of technology accelerated after the invention of the printing press to know this. It makes sharing ideas quicker. Sharing ideas means more people reading those ideas, absorbing them, having ideas of their own, and building those ideas. Back the printing press, girl. Do it. We're not interested. You idiot. Oh dear. My own fault for not putting points studying trade, I guess. Right, mood wise, I need to undepress myself. I could attend a service, I could walk in the gardens. I think I should walk in the gardens. A breath of fresh air helps you forget the burdens on your shoulders. Cool. What are our bonuses? Still got a bonus to royal demeanor. I really should put points into that. Well, 1.82. High bonus. I should take advantage of that. And faith. I feel like I should be putting points into other things as well. Now, a little bit about trade would probably be helpful. Given I just failed a trade roll. No, I should put points into internal affairs. I should know something about that. So, well, put points into presence and internal affairs, just so that I know a little bit about my realm. You stare at yourself in the mirror and practice focusing and transmitting energy with only your eyes, turning the intensity of your gaze on and off at will. Just more staring at myself in the mirror. That's pretty much normal morning for me anyway. You practice using different styles of breathing in order to feel more energetic and let the energy surround you for others to share. Until you have children of your own, your maternal uncle, the Duke of Merva, the Duke of Merva is next in line to the crown, and after him would be his daughter, your cousin Charlotte. Good to know. She's the girl that got bitten by the snake and who's probably going to die. Banion, Duke of Mary, Earl of Serenitatis. It sounds like some kind of skin condition. Your Highness, my sympathies for your loss. Even after all these years, I sometimes forget my own mother will never be coming back. That's very true, by the way. You never stop missing your mum. Thank you. However, I must call for your aid. Sir Antartes calls for aid. Will Gondor answer? The Ixionite occupation of the county of Imbrium has gone on for too long. Now, it is time to push back. I know there's been some problems with Ixion, but I don't know the details. Because I don't even know what parts of my own country are in the enemy occupation. And I don't know anything about the military. I don't know to fight. There must be a peaceful way to settle this. I'll send for diplomats from Ixion and try to come to an arrangement. Thank you, Your Highness. If I may say, you're looking particularly lovely this day. I hope you'll think fondly of me. Is he flirting with me? He's almost as old as my father, and I'm only 14. I love the horrified expression on her face. Okay, we need to... I think we need to de-yield ourselves a little. I think to change our bonuses. So what's going to make us more confident? So more willful. Sneaking out. That would do it. Or I could talk to the Duchess again. No, I'm going to sneak out. You sneak out and have a little fun. You'll enjoy the freedom, but your father won't like it. Okay, so I'm not as willful now, though it's still my primary mood. Right, and we've got to say, oh my goodness, look at that massive bonus to royal demeanour. I think I need to learn a little bit about foreign affairs as well. If we're going to be in diplomacy stuff, I need to buff up on this, don't I? So if I learn foreign affairs and something to do with persuading people. Flattery? No, presence seems sensible. Yeah. Yep, so we're gonna stick with presence, and we're gonna learn a bit about foreign affairs. So at least we stand a chance of working out what this Ixionite stuff's about. You plant your feet in a strong stance, imagining you're a tree deeply rooted in the earth. You feel the power within you, and you know you will not be pushed aside. I mean, when I was a kid, we didn't do any of this stuff at school. We just sort of sat and read books and wrote about them. You practice focusing your attention on individuals. Mind you, I wasn't a princess. I have to admit that. You practice focusing your attention on individuals as you pass, letting them feel a brief connection with you before you formally acknowledge them with a nod. All about keeping people in their place. Yep. Okay. Oops, I skipped ahead. I didn't want to skip ahead. Oh well. The representative from Ixion is here. Be careful. No one wants to give up prizes that they have already won. You have my full support of my sister and myself, Your Highness. Let's get this over with. Your Royal Highness, I thank you for granting me this audience. I am sure we can come to an amicable agreement, and I just failed an open history roll, so presumably I should know what he's talking about when he says he's going to let bygones be bygones. We will forget about your unprovoked attack on us, and you will transfer the rights to this little province. We can be good neighbours again without any lives being lost. Okay, so I've just failed all my rolls. I could try bluffing. I have good presence. That might help me bluff. Yeah, bluff. You are trespassing on our lands. You will withdraw at once, and only then will we have peace. No, I want another option. My soldiers are poised to destroy you. Withdraw now. Oh, come on, I have massive presence. How did I fail that roll? I guess we have to fight, and I know nothing about fighting. Okay. I think, mood-wise, yeah, I think we need to be less yielding, more angry, less depressed. Everything makes me more afraid. I'm going to talk to Juliana. My daddy says I can't have the crystal until I'm queen. It's so mean of him. He's such a big meanie. There may not be time to wait. The world is filled with dangers, and you will need the prowess of a lumen to fight them. I can't train you until you've bonded with your crystal. Well, what else am I supposed to do about it? The crystal is probably held in the guard in the royal treasury, and you're the princess, so you probably should be able to find a way inside. Otherwise we may have to take more drastic action. Okay, I'll get there. I'll do it. Okay, my mood must have changed. Yeah, I'm depressed now. That's okay. Classes. Well, we're about to get a war skills. I want to look at it now. Not classes. We're about to get a war. What are we going to need to go to war?